Well, new at 6 tonight, rising anxiety after multiple deadly plane crashes. Peyton Marshall took these concerns to professionals in the air and doctors on the ground to learn ways to help cope with some of the public's fears related to flying.
You see these things that are very tragic and scary. That is a human reaction, and it's kind of normalizing that fear, normalizing those thoughts.
On January 29th, a mid-air collision killed 67 people. These are the jarring visuals of fire and metal debris as an American Airlines jet and an Army helicopter collided near Washington, D.C. Just 2 days later, on January 31st, a medic plane crashed in Philadelphia, killing 7 people and injuring several others. On February 17th, a Delta Airlines jet crashed, flipping upside down upon landing in Toronto. And less than a month after that, a helicopter crashed in the Hudson River, killing a pilot and a family of 5. These fatal scenes captured on camera as the world watched and mourned together. Behavioral Health Services Manager Mary Selbe says if you're feeling anxious, it's important to address those emotions, adding that anxiety without intervention will seep into other areas of life. When it comes to these flights, I mean, we're getting a perfect view of a horrific event.
Those moments, it sort of takes it from being a viewer to almost experiencing it, that it becomes something that you feel a part of because you emotionally react to that, to kind of bring it onto something that you personally experience.
Some physical manifestations of anxiety include sweating, increased heart rate, restlessness, feeling discontent, frequent eye movement, twitching, frequent trips to the bathroom, leg jittering. Psychiatrist Dr. Sarah Henley says it's important to listen to our anxiety with compassion and avoid self-judgment.
If I'm judging myself and saying, just get over it, you don't need to deal with this, this is ridiculous, it's just a flight, well, then I'm much less likely to seek help. And if I don't seek help, well, then it really becomes a thing, right?
It's one thing to address your fears before stepping into a plane, but what
coping skills are helpful for anxiety when you're already in the clouds?
There's a technique called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you would identify, 5 things that you see, 4 colors, and on down the line of something that could help you kind of focus in just to get your thoughts back on track.
According to National Geographic, in the wake of recent 2025 crashes, online searches for, quote, fear of flying and, quote, flight anxiety exponentially increased. These videos trending on TikTok show people making the sign of the cross on the plane, praying before boarding. However, it's crucial to note that even with a rise in fears in recent events, the Federal Aviation Administration states that flying is safer than any other mode of transportation. A study from MIT states that in the period between 2018 and 2022, the worldwide death risk for boarding was 1 in 13.7 million. CNN breaks it down, saying there's a much higher chance of being killed by a shark attack or giving birth to quadruplets than to die in a plane crash. According to the National Safety Council, the lifetime odds of dying in a car crash are 1 in 93. For a commercial flight, the risk drops significantly to 1 in 9,821.
Car accidents, other forms, they just happen more frequently, but we tend to just have a bit more calmness to that. And I think it comes with that internal sense of control that we have if we're driving the vehicle versus being in something that is, I'm just sitting here and out of control of it.
Dr. Henley says anxiety is the body's way of protecting us. She says one way to help ease fearful thoughts is reminding yourself of these statistics on safety.
The aviation industry as a whole is one of the safest places you can be.
Student pilot Parker Armstrong is correct, especially considering the intense aviation regulations and safety management system and initiatives.
The person that is flying that aircraft is highly trained and highly capable of doing so, and trusting them is probably the best thing you can do to mitigate any type of anxiety or stress related to flying.